Hello, everybody. Hello. Is this thing working? Is it on? I hope it is. I hope it is. So, how's everybody doing? Good? Good. I'm glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. So, everybody had a good holiday? I hope. I did. You know why? Because I'm off work. Right. Sweet. Oh, let me get my stuff ready. Let's see. Chattels. Is anybody out there chatting? Not yet. Good. People are still waking up. Get that nap in, I hope. Getting fired up. Get fired up. Get fired up, peoples. Alright. So, if you're out there watching live, you're out there watching on YouTube after it's live, welcome. Minutes with Mylo's bi-weekly? I don't know. 2 weeklies? Once every weekly? Twice every weekly. Mondays and Thursdays. Supposed to be a talk show. Supposed to be guests and people coming on and talk to me about stuff that they like, but oh well. I get to talk to y'all, whoever comes by and happens to stop and listen in about stuff that I like. And hopefully some of it you like and it interests you, so maybe you'll hang around a little while. If you're watching on YouTube after the fact, subscribe to the channel. It doesn't hurt. I don't expect any money, no blood, no firstborns, nothing like that. Just subscribe, turn on the notification so it'll ring your bell whenever I put out a new video. And I don't make videos. I live stream. It's kind of raw, so you get what you get. Sometimes it stinks and it's terrible bad. Sometimes it's decent, fairly good. And then back to the bell. It'll go ding 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 ding, whatever. When I have a new one out, you can watch it. You can skip through it. Please leave a comment. Do all that YouTube stuff. Make them wake up, take notice. Long-haired, bearded dudes are popular nowadays. Let's make it happen. All right, so this is the 4th in a series of things I'm doing about hobbies. Why's my phone so cold? Woo-hoo-hoo. And I've had many hobbies over the course of my years. And if you didn't watch the first one, skip on back. The definition of a hobby is just something you do in your leisure time that's supposed to be joyful, bring you joy, and normally don't get paid for it. And I've always said everybody's got a hobby even though you don't know it. Because if you look at the definition, sleeping is a hobby. And I enjoy it very much. And on my days off, I try to partake a little more of my hobby of sleeping. So, went over metal detecting. I went over some of the finds that I've gotten over the years, metal detecting. And so, this one is about geocaching. I can't remember how I learned about geocaching, but it's pretty fun. And one of the main reasons I got into it is, I thought, and it is, that's the way I used it. It was more of a family oriented. Families like to do it together. It's easy. But just like everything else, it's evolved. So I don't know how it used to go before the internet. And I have no idea if this was even a thing before the internet. But hold on a minute. Everybody freeze and check on something. Alright, let's get over here. I got another little video What do you say? I'm going on YouTube and I'm showing everybody else's videos. Why don't I make my own videos? Well, guess what? I'm not into making videos, right? My thing is live stream, kind of a talk show deal, and I show video, you know, just a couple of videos because there are people out there that have put a lot more time and effort into explaining things uh, than I do. And one of these is last time I did a little thing on how metal detectors work. That was a couple of minutes, and it was interesting. It was very basic. Showed you better than I could explain it to you. So I've got another little video on what a geocaching is. And like I said, I don't even think it was a thing before the internet. But basically, geocaching, I don't know where the word comes from. Geo meaning geography. There's Clell. Hey, Clell. I'm going to show you a little ambulance, your Squad 51 truck later on, if that's okay. Hey, I'm going to show it whether you like to or not. Because I got power. But anyway, put it out there on Facebook. I thought I'd show it. It looks really good. I looked at it on my phone with my little glasses on, and it looked good. And it looks even better on the computer screen without my glasses. So, you did a good job. Can't believe you made the box from scratch, you said? Be interested. Did you take any pictures of the assembly or the making of it as you was going through? I hope you did, so you can put those out there. Geocaching. Didn't look up the definition. I can look it up. But geo to me means geography. Out there in the wilderness, in the wild. And caching is cache. Say it how you want to say it. Cache. It is a little, I don't know, a collection. I think a cache should be like a little collection. Maybe if something you're like a little hoard, you could have a cache of salt shakers. You like that. But you hide it, I think. So anyway, geo hiding, geography hiding. In a nutshell, people hide little things and across everywhere, across the United States, I don't know, hell, even across the world. All right? And it's like a little itty bitty treasure hunt. Uh, metal detecting is like a treasure hunt, except you're digging for buried treasure, garbage. You know, I showed some of that last time. Bottle tops, a lot of times, garbage. But anyway, it's like a little treasure hunt. Geocaching is kind of the same thing, but you have a map. Somebody's left you clues on where this is, and sometimes it's hidden. And geocaching is very simple. It can be very difficult. Okay, so we're going to watch this little video, and it is from geocaching.com. They have a YouTube channel. It is where I spent some time today digging up my credentials to get back on geocaching.com. I'll explain that to you here in a minute. But they put together this little video, and it's pretty self-explanatory. So let me set this up, and I'm going to shrink me down. You're still going to be able to see me, don't worry. I know everybody's freaking out. Alright, you're still going to be able to see me. So, there I am, look at me. Okay, so let's watch the video. Let me put my spectacles on. So Clell says, howdy, yep, yes sir, a few. How many questions did I ask? Too many probably, right? So, I'm thinking you took a few pictures of it while you were building it. Howdy, yep, and yes sir are all affirmative, so I think you're okay with me showing it. But I'd like to see some of those pictures of it as you're building it. So I hope everybody's got their volume turned up, their headphones on. Khalil, let me know if you can't hear this, but I think you can. Oh, you can't if I don't unmute it. Wait a minute. Let's go back. Okay, so there you have it. So, in a nutshell, geocaching is a treasure hunt, right? So, what you end up doing is you couldn't hear the video? All of it? You didn't hear any of it? Did you hear any of it? Said you couldn't. Well, it's terrible if you can't. You could read, had subtitles. You didn't hear any of it? Hello? Well, I'll wait for your answer. I can play it again, man. It's only like a minute and a half. None. Ryan. The volume was a bit low, but there were subtitles. I don't know why. It sounded good to me. Camo desktop. Mic audio. Let's do this. See if this helps. Let me know.
Is an any day, anytime adventure that can take you to amazing and beautiful places.
Is that better?
Or even just to a place in your town that you've never been before. There are millions of geocaches worldwide. There are probably even some near you right now. Yes, you. To start finding them, just get out your phone or GPS. Go ahead. I'll wait. Then, create a free geocaching account and you're ready to go.
Is that better? Can you hear it?
The way it works is simple. Just choose the geocache you want to find, then navigate to its location. What you're looking for varies. Geocaches come in different sizes, shapes, and difficulties. Geocaching isn't always easy, so it's okay to get excited when you discover the cache. After finding it, sign the logbook, trade knickknacks if you want, and log your find online. When you're done, just put the geocache back where you found it, and you're on to the next one. Hey, it's the other way.
If anybody wants to see this again, we can see it like 3 times.
All around you.
You can
Become
hear
a part of it at geocaching.com.
And you can watch me shake my head. I'm terrible at this. That's why I have so much fun. Because I suck at it. Alright. So. You're so bad. I'm so bad. So there you have it. A terrible, terrible, terrible. First you had picture and no sound. Very little sound. Very little. Then you had 0 picture and lots of sound. Put the two together, it made a video. So I got started. I don't remember how it came up, but I was interested in it. And like the video showed, best way to do it, I'm sure, is on a phone. But when I started it, I had a flip phone. So create an account on the geocaching website. And why do you want to do that? Is because everybody that's a member has an account on this website can hide caches, mostly in public places, so anybody can go there. And they're just little treasures. And I did it when my kids were young, and I'd had to figure out it was a kind of a long and drawn out process. But I used to download them to my GPS, and then we would take the GPS out. And I also had like a handheld uh, uh, GPS that gave you coordinates and directions and all that stuff. And they kind of like that because it was, one of those deals where you had actually hands-on had to read it. You turned your direction and it told you were like 15 meters due south of whatever position you were wanting, and your X and Y coordinates and all that kind of stuff. So it was a lot more hands-on than probably a telephone where, just like everything, it starts out large and then it goes and you're standing on top of it. So, we would go, and here's kind of an example what you might find. I got my account up. So we would do it and do it on Sundays and different things like that. And we would do it on our camping trips. If you're going, let's say you're going to go camping at Myrtle Beach, then you could download. Come here. You could download and load up geocaches that were close to your campsite. And that's what I used to do with the GPS. And I could actually set them as we were traveling as waypoints. And so as we were getting closer, the GPS would pop up a little thing and say, hey, you're getting ready to come by this waypoint, this point of interest, a POI, point of interest. And I could say, hey, do you want to stop and try to find this geocache? Or I'd shut my mouth if we were running behind because, they were doing whatever there in the back and I didn't have time to stop, pulling the camper. But, once we got to the campsite set up, we would go out for the day and do different things. And one of the things is we'd try to find, geocaches. So there, a lot of times in a box, they have a log. When you create an account, you have a username, and that's how you write in the book. Like, Minutes with Mylo found this, cache on, what is the day? The 16th, something. MLK Day 2023. And most of the time, inside there are little souvenirs. Sometimes it's little army men. It could be little bouncy balls. It could be little toy figures. It could be beads. It's all kinds of stuff. So we used to have a bag that we would keep with us. And in there were just like little toys, the things that they didn't use anymore. It might be an old matchbox. It might be, a hair ribbon. It could be all kinds of different little things, and we'd keep our log in there. So whenever you would go, and it has a number, geocache 22517, South Carolina, and you would write your name, username, date, and time in the logbook that's almost always in the container because it's hidden, okay? And then you would take, let's just say, it was army men because sometimes they have just little plastic army men. So you would leave a hair bow and take an army man, and then we would just put that into our box so that we could trade it someplace else. And some of the geocaches are, please take this 50-cent piece to the next geocache. And they try to get this thing, whether it's a little figurine of a cat or a 50-cent piece, whatever it might be, to go from across the country from geocache to geocache to geocache. So this is all, it tells you all this when you look at it on the website. So if let's say you're going to go to, Whitful on a trip. You're going to go visit relatives, Whitful, Virginia. So you could get on there and you could look and see what kind of geocaches are close to Whitful, Virginia. And you could put 3 or 4. And in there it would tell you, this is very simple. It doesn't, it's in a public area. There's no restrictions. Please don't visit it after 10 p.m. or whatever it might be. And it's in a box. And it's, marked with a red ribbon. Very simple. Or it's very difficult, meaning it could be camouflaged under a rock. It could be, hidden in a well. It could be all kinds of things. And then there's some that say, hey, if you go and you find this, don't take out, the kitty cat sculpture unless you can take it to another geocache that's further north. Let's say they're trying to get it to New York City. And the cat started out, in Texas. And they're trying to get it to New York City. So, you go and you can sign the book, but don't take the cat unless you're going to go, let's say you're on your way to Charlottesville or someplace. Then you might stop by Whitful, sign the book, say, hey, I'm going to take the cat to Charlottesville. And you take it and you drop it off at another geocache. And then you log into your user account on the website and you say, I picked up the cat and I took it to this geocache. So now people know that it's in a different location and somebody in Charlottesville or wherever it might be can get it and take it on up. So it can be very simple, can be very complicated. But the whole thing is you go out, you walk a trail. I went down took my kids down towards South Holston Dam. And out there at the Weir Dam, there's a walking path. And there was a geocache that you had to get off the path and go down under a bridge. And it was in a plastic tub. And you would get out whatever, put whatever in, sign the log, and then put the tub back, and you would go on. And then when we come home, I would get on the website and I would log into all the things that we'd found, and my username and password, that kind of stuff, and just, say I'd been there. And it's kind of interesting because you could see where other people had been there and how long it'd been, and, that kind of stuff. So it's very interesting to do. And let's see if I can find my example of what the geocaching.com looks like. Now here we go. Let's get back. Okay. So let me try to do this a little bit. I don't think there's any volume for this. Turn that on again. Let me get myself up in the corner. Okay. Transition this over. Let's see here what I can. Alright, where is it? There's that. Let me move around here a little bit. Wow. This is getting difficult. Got too many things to move around. Alright. So, this is the geocaching.com website. And what you can do is it's just simple. You can just put in a zip code, wherever it might be. Alright. and it will show you geocaches in the area. Okay. Now, I haven't been on here in a long time, years, and I don't know how you get premium. So it says this is a premium only geocache. I guess you have to pay. I don't know why you would, because I mean, well, but you can see uh, what is all involved. Okay, let's get up here. Geocache name. All right, so this one says can. All right, it I wish I could expand these things. But it's by Snoopy, Virginia, VA. I don't know what Virginia unit. Okay, Virginia, United States. I don't know why it thinks it's 5,781 miles. It's favored. It's a micro. Okay, so this should tell you. You can look all this up, but it's very small. So it might be in something smaller than a lunchbox. It could be in a sandwich baggie. It could be, usually they're weatherproof unless they're hidden into an area that makes them weatherproof. So if it's in a container, most of the time it's weatherproof. Now I have seen some that were in small micros that were in a small tin, like throat lozenges or peppermints or something comes in, just a very, very small tin, and that was stuck in a sandwich bag, stuck under a log. Okay, not a lot of room. And the paper log is usually folded up and has a miniature pencil, and there's not a lot of to give and take. All right. So if you look here, can hasn't been found. Last found was 7/25/2021. So nobody's found it in a long time. Why? I don't know. So let's say we were going to go to can and try to find it. Let's click on it and see what it says. Okay. So it gives you the X and Y coordinate. Tells you can click on it and go visit the owner's site. Size is very tiny. All right. It's not very difficult, and the terrain's not very difficult. There's not a log. I don't know, 5 logs, 10 logs. Driving directions. Download the GPX. Description: simple PNG with long only. All right. So additional hints. See this down here? It gives you like little clues, and you can try to figure it out with the key and all this other kind of stuff, or you can just say, "Hey, decrypt that for me." Okay. So it says breath mints. Now that's a hint. So it is so tiny that it's in a breath mints tin. That's what it means to me. So if you go looking for this, it's going to be teeny tiny. It could be almost anywhere. All right. So we can look at the gallery. Let's see what the gallery shows us. All right. So it shows you a picture. It shows you a picture of a guardrail. So I'm going to guess that it's somewhere in this vicinity. It shouldn't be. It might be on the guardrail. It might be magnetic. They may have used a magnet to tape it or magnetize it behind the guardrail. Okay. So let's see. Other caches hidden by the user. So you can go through. Now this one shows you. Let's see. Here's a good. Oh, go in. All right. So it shows this one. As close as you can get to it on the map. It shows you where it is. It's up near Abington, Spoon Gap, Green Springs Road. So you take this information along with the picture, and you could almost do it without, some of these you could almost do it without a GPS. Okay, but it gives you the coordinates and all that kind of stuff. So let's see what, no logs, driving directions. What else can we see? Let's see what the logs. There's 34 logs. Okay. So back in 2021, Ma Mullins didn't find it. Red Rider didn't find it. This person didn't find it. Tennessee, Tucky Tipton, okay, found it. It appears that this one has been recently washed away, replaced. Green Magnetic Nano is now in play. All right. So then after that, everybody's found it. So that's good. And maybe it's not there anymore. Because this one was in 2021 and they didn't find it. The guy that says he replaced it was in July of 2021, and in November 2021, nobody's found it. So maybe it's not there anymore. All right? So that is, I guess, I don't know, kind of a snapshot of what geocaching is. I tried to find my little bag of goodies, and I couldn't find my bag. I did find some logs. Let's see what I did with that. Is this the book? Yeah. So I took this little book when we would go, and I'm wondering if we could look up one of these. Let's go back. Let's see, they may have not. Let's see if I can find what this one was. GC 14. Is that a Z? 14Z T9. Okay, so this is one that I had found. Had a picnic and a woodland stroll. (14ZT9). So how do I go to it? 493 results. Filter by location. Why don't you just filter it by the name? 14ZT9. I don't understand. It should have just brought up the one, right? Let's see if we can do this. Okay, here we go. Cache by B Labman. Cache is missing. TVA put up a sign restricting access. Cache archived. Wonder where it was. Root end of fallen tree. Favorites. B Labman. Let's see what happens if you click driving directions. Well, that wasn't very nice, was it? Let's see. What happens if I do this? click that. See if I can put that into Google Maps. Let's see if it understands this. Paste that in there. Lord, no, it didn't know anything about that. Blew its mind. Alright. Maybe we need to put it here. We'll figure this out. We'll blow this thing's brains is what we'll do. Why does it keep thinking that? Maybe that's where it's at. I don't know. Let's get down on it here. South Holston Dam Road. Huh. Look at that. This may have been the one that I found that was under the Weir Dam. That's about where the Weir Dam is. Somewhere down in there. No, I remember where this is. Yeah. So, let me see if I can put this on satellite. I don't know why it calls it the stupid school district imagery. Okay, so if you're familiar at all with show imagery, my satellite. How come I can't get it to do satellite? Can we do street view? Look at there. Street view. Okay. Whoa, they put a fence up. That wasn't very nice of them. Alright, so why would they do this? Alright, so South Holston Dam, you follow this road here, goes up to the dam. This, of course, was a nice little pull-off parking area just below the dam. There's the top of the dam here, and this is one of the generator tower things here. But this is where you could pull off, and you can see there's picnic tables and trash cans and everything here. So what this geocache was that you parked here. I don't know if it'll let us, how far we can go in. Okay. So you parked and you walked up here. And this is a little, as you can tell, it's a little hill. See this log? Just a small hill that runs beside the road. Alright, and it runs all the way down to this curve. All the way down here. And on top of this hill, on the backbone of it, is a trail. And at the end of the trail, there was a fallen tree. And as the cache said, it was at the root ball of the tree. So the hill dead ends right here at this curve. So up in here was the tree, and that's where the cache was. And so apparently TVA in all of its wisdom has decided that nobody needs to be picnicking in this area anymore, and they put up a chain link fence there. I mean, I can understand sometimes, because this is probably a place where they, see, there's the dam. I don't know what that's a water tower. But anyway, it just ticks me off. Get rid of that. Make myself big again. Transition. There we go. Alright. So, geocaching is very fun. It's a nice little hobby. It's a good pastime. You meet a lot of people, or you can meet a lot of people because they have, you know, caching days or whatever. Depends on how much you just want to put effort into it. Or it's something to go nice to do with your kids on the weekends. You keep a log. They come up with little toys. They get some toys. They put toys out. It's pretty fun, right? And you do it during the day. You do it when it's nice. You do it when it's sunny. It's almost like an Easter egg hunt, and then they give you a map to go by. So anyway, that was it. That's geocaching. Like I said, I couldn't find the bag of stuff that we used to carry around, and I always kept it in the truck and kept a list in the truck. So if we were just going out somewhere, I'd have a list. Hey, let's go see what we're close by. And now with the phone, it would just be, could be blind. Just, you could just do it anywhere, anytime. You could just say, hey, let's go out and grab a ice cream cone, and then we'll go find this couple of geocaches and swap some toys and go back home. You can spend an afternoon doing it. So anyway, I hope that was informative. And like I said, it is a nice little hobby. And speaking of hobbies, I got a picture of Clell's latest build. He put it out there on Facebook. So let's put that out there so people can see it. That's not it. Can't. Oh my gosh. Quit it. Where am I? Here we go. All right. Why did it jump down there like that? There we go. So let's get me out of the way. Scoot me over. Transition it. And check it out. Los Angeles County Squad Truck 51. So you can read the little caption there if you can. Emergency Squad 51, remember watching the show as a kid and always loved the truck, so he built one. The bed is scratch built and the lights are add-on parts from my junkyard. I guess you got pieces and parts left over from other builds, model builds. Got a little more to do, almost done. Well, hell, it looks done to me. So, can you zoom in on it? Whoa! Whoa, hold still now. Oh, one picture. Whoa! Hello. One picture. That's pretty cool. I'd love to see the pictures on how you built the bed and stuff. So anyway, that was that. Marvelous job, Clell. Marvelous. So, this was the fourth in the series of hobbies. I don't know if there'll be any more. I was trying to think. I thought there was 5 things I was going to go for. But I can't think of any of the other ones I try to think of hobbies that were a little out of the norm. I mean, like model building. I mean, a lot of people do that, but you just don't think that as being a hobby. A lot of people do hobbies as crafts and different things, and that's fine. That's great. I wish I was kind of crafty. But I don't know. This might be the last on the hobby series unless I can come up with something else that's a little bit different. Maybe you guys and gals can suggest something. Or if Clell or Freddie or somebody that builds a model wants to get on and talk about building models and showing some of the stuff that they got working on. But anyway, that ought to do it for this evening. So like I said, if you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, like, subscribe, leave me a comment. What you didn't like, what you liked about it. how stupid it was to watch a video with no sound, and then how more stupider it was to watch or to listen to the video with no video. So that always makes it nice. But anyway, next show's at Thursday at 9. Look forward to that. Write it down. So I guess this is it. Everybody say bye-bye. Let's try to get my little face in